It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Tremble comes in motion. Here's Young now to throw right away. A short one there, caught by Tremble. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some...
Oh no, right at the start, he loses the football. The Cowboys have it. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Dak gonna put it up right away. He's got it at the 3. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. They'll try to run it with Williams. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to only about the 23. Second down and 8. They'll motion over Thielen. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. They send him right out of the slot. A 2nd down throw for Young. Secured by the veteran, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
He'll try to run for it. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on third down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. He'll take off again. And Young will have a first down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play. That's a gain of 14 and a first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
They'll go play action with Young. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Out of the shotgun, Young. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
A 51-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Pistol now for Prescott. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On first down, it is Williams. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Here's 2nd and 6. On the toss, they'll run. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
He'll try and get there on the ground. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on third down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
He'll try the right side with Williams. He'll be bogged down. Short pickup to the 25. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Dak to throw. This one complete right side. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On the option, here's Williams. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
They'll run. It's Williams. They try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. Come a little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Now, this looks like a design. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet. The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend to a 10-0 lead. So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. He'll start at the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Throwing is Young. That one taken in right side by Leggett. Still going. He may go. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Going to set up the screen here to Hubbard. And he's in! Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. He knocks it through. Panthers are on the board. It's 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
They don't want a repeat of first down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Cowboys are in front. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, on the return, here's Turpin. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Second down, Prescott. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing, and
under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
On third down, Prescott. Taking off, he'll try to get there. They get 24 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On the give, it's Williams. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he will score. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. That his second touchdown of the afternoon. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Young. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. They face second down and 7. Motion man, set right. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top. On second down, Young. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. On the play fake, Dak. This one high, over the middle, but complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be third down.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up fourth down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own
Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And he'll get about 5.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Young hands it to Hubbard. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now Young. He runs with it.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this 3rd down a lot more manageable.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Here's Young to throw. A short one there, caught by Tremble.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. On the give, it's Hubbard. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Young. Quick throw here is complete. Here's a 3rd and 10. To throw, Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's to Ferguson once again. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They run over center with Williams. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. And the Cowboys first down.
They'll go again with Williams. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's another run here for Williams. And he's into the end zone yet again. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. On 1st and 10, here's Young. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Young. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Now, he'll air one out. That is brought in. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Second and 7. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down. Here's third down and a few inches. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 52-yard attempt. The kick is good. It's good.
So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.